Your boss just put pressure on you by saying this is the best group of linebackers they've had at K-State.
Can't be more excited about, Deuce and Austin and having Daniel back was the best phone call I've had in a long time in January when he called and said, Coach, is it okay if I come back? What are you going to say? No? Oh, yeah, of course. So both of them had solid springs. And I think we got two of the better linebackers, I would think, in the Big 12 and those two. And trying to figure out who that third guy is going to be to replace Khalid now that we moved him back to, Sam, back to defensive end from Sam linebacker. But Desmond Purnell and Jake Clifton, are doing a really nice job out there. Jake gives us a ton of flexibility. As a true freshman, he showed tremendous worth. Then he played Sam, Mike, and Will. Got a really good head for the game, and we can be able to plug him in probably at any spot. But right now, he and Dez are doing a great job at Sam.
How hampered was Deuce last year, injury-wise?
He was dealing with, after probably the first or second game, he was kind of a shell of himself with his foot. And even when he came back, he started feeling as good as he ever had. And then he had that hit where he didn't break ribs, but he tore cartilage in his ribs. So I would say Daniel maybe played 2 games completely healthy. So that was, I think, the motivating factor. You can ask him, but I think that was a motivating factor for him to come back, was he didn't feel like he played his best football, and his best football is still ahead of him.
How much has that changed for you, having him back? I imagine quite a bit.
Oh, just from a leadership standpoint alone for our entire team and on the defensive side of the football. But his experience, he's played in both systems, our 4-down and our 3-down, and coming back gives him just another year of the 3-3-5. And I feel like he's just starting to come into his own. I mean, he really understood the 4-down package, and it takes a minute. And I think his knowledge base, he and Austin, of the 3-3-5 now, is outstanding. And they keep me on my toes because they remind me. Both of them take great notes, and they'll go back and flip through their pages and say, Coach, you said 2 weeks ago we were going to do it this way. So that's good. You love having that in your room.
Did Daniel completely surprise you that he announced he's coming back, or did he hint at you guys that he was thinking about it?
No, it was for us, for months, it was he was going to go on and move on, with his career. We were hoping, I was always prodding him to please come back. But at the end of the day, we knew it was him and his family's decision and what was best for him. And it was a complete surprise, when he called me.
Is he an all-conference linebacker this year?
Yeah, I think both he and Austin are all-conference caliber players. Both Daniel and Austin have different skill sets, and they both complement each other very well, and they both push each other, both mentally and physically. And we're really fortunate to have, both of those guys in that room.
When Deuce is healthy, what does that look like?
Daniel is a downhill linebacker, meaning the things that we're doing with him right now really causes disruption to the offense. And, he's a big body. He's 247 pounds. And that's the thing for him in this 3-3-5. It's a much more of an aggressive downhill attacking defense for the linebackers. You ask Austin and especially Deuce, which one they like better. They'll tell you they like this better because just our base stuff allows them to pin their ears back. And then Austin, really smart player. He handles a lot of things out the weak side of the defense, both in run and pass. And then Austin, really heavy-handed. It's hard to block Austin. Even though he doesn't have the length and the size that Deuce does, I think if you ask the offensive lineman, they might tell you Austin's harder to block than Daniel is, but they have different skill sets. Deuce is going to come down and punch you hard. Austin's he's quick. Austin's like Mike Tyson.